In this video, I'll be heading to the comment section to answer a question, and I hope that this can benefit other persons as well. This is from E. Paulus. It says, I understand that you went through IES stream by linking your Express Entry profile. How long it took for you to get your nomination after status being changed to assessment in process? And second question, did your CRS score automatically increase by 600 points, or did you do something? So let's start off with the first statement here. So yes, I did go through the IES stream. That's the International Education Stream, known to be the fastest pathway to receive nomination through the MPNP. Important to note, you have no control over what stream you are eligible under. Once you have completed your MPNP profile based on the answers you supply to the questions asked, then you will be categorized under either the IES stream, the SWM, which means Skilled Worker Manitoba, or under the Skilled Worker Overseas. Now, the criteria for the IES simply is that you must have studied in the province of Manitoba. You must have received a job offer that is in sync with whatever you studied, and that job must be on the Manitoba in demand list. Okay, so there's a list of jobs that are in demand. So it's not just getting a job in line with what you have studied, but it must also be on the in demand list. You must have also attained at least CLB 7 in your language test. So if you have done the IELTS, which is the IELTS, or if you have done the CELPIP, the equivalent of 7 in all the different skill areas. So in the reading, the writing, the listening, and the speaking, you must have attained at least a minimum of 7 in each of those categories. Alright, so I have done other videos, and you can reference the link in the description that will take you to all the resources having to do with the MPNP, and you will see those related videos. Now, you have the option to either, after receiving nomination, to do the base PR application where you submit your PR application on paper, or you can go the route of Express Entry provided that you are eligible. Now, you won't know if you're eligible unless you create an Express Entry profile. You can just go through the questionnaire, answer the questions truthfully, and see if you are eligible for the Express Entry. And I'd encourage anyone that is going through the MPNP to create your profile. That's the Express Entry profile. Even if your score is low, create your profile, because say, for example, you create your Express Entry profile and your score is at least, say 200. Once you have received your nomination from the province, you will automatically get 600 points. And the moment you receive your nomination, that 600 points, once you have linked your Express Entry profile to your MPNP, and important to note, you must make sure that you link the profile before you receive your nomination, because if you receive your nomination, you cannot then go ahead and link your profile. You'd have to apply for PR through the base process, meaning submit your paper application. And the last estimate I saw in terms of processing those types of application is 21 months. So it's almost 2 years in comparison to the Express Entry, which estimated time for completion is 6 months, 4 to 6 months for most of the cases that I am seeing. I've done other videos that can reference that shows you how to do that. Now, how long it took for you to get nomination after status being changed to assessment in process. So this is where everyone who submit their MPNP application, this is where you ultimately want to be at this place. Once you see assessment in process, it simply means that your case is now assigned to an officer who is actively working on your file. Now, there's no hard and fast set and cast in stone timeline, but for me, it took exactly 1 month after my profile, my account went to assessment in process. It took 1 month, and then I got nomination. Other persons may have received it earlier. Other persons, it's a much later time. Everybody's circumstances are different. It depends on your document submission, the accuracy, and how much checks they'll have to make. And so you have to be very truthful in your submission. And so, yes, it varies, but in terms of, for myself, it took 1 month. The second question, did your CRS score automatically increase by 600 points? Or did you do something? So once you have created your profile, yeah, that's your Express Entry profile, and you have sent in the web form to link, provided that you did not have the profile when you had created your MPNP account, which if you had your profile, you could have at least linked it from then. Well, if you link it afterwards, once you have received your nomination, automatically those 600 points will be added to your Express Entry profile and you will be notified. And then you are now required to log into your IRCC portal, that's your GIC account, and either accept or reject the nomination. Of course, you're going to accept. So from there on, you will be guided as to what to do. So the questions that you had supplied, or the answers rather that you have supplied in your Express Entry profile, you are now required to substantiate those answers, much like the MPNP, where you had to validate your work experience, your language, all of that good stuff. That video is coming next, where I will walk you through the entire process of how to complete your PR application. I've made sure to document the entire process so that you can have an appreciation and have an idea of all the documents, the do's and the don'ts, and the simple things to avoid, because once you submit an incomplete application, it can be rejected without even asking you for additional documents. And there was a court case that sided with IRCC to say that they have all right to reject any application that is incomplete. And so when it comes to the PR, that's the federal level, you don't want to mess with that. And so I will be going through a very detailed video going through the PR applications so you can see the questions that are asked and be better prepared. So I hope that I have answered the questions. It took for me 1 month after my application went into assessment in process for me to get nomination. And yes, once you have received your nomination and your profile was already linked, then the 600 points is automatically updated to your Express Entry profile. You will get an email to accept, to log into your account and either accept or reject the nomination. And once you accept, then you pretty much are on your way to completing your PR application by following the guideline. That's it for me. I will continue to look through the comment section and answer any other question. I'll just keep it short, because I understand that, we don't necessarily have long attention span. So if you have any questions as usual, please drop it in the comment section and I will sure to answer for the benefit of other persons as well. Please do like this video, subscribe to the channel so that other persons can be aware. Any migration process, it does require some knowledge. It's a hassle. It's a very monotonous process and you want to make sure that you get it right at every step of the way. And so sharing this experience for the benefit of other persons looking to migrate. And so once you hit the like button, then it affects the YouTube algorithm and other persons can also become aware of the channel. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video.